Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a great day because it is my first official public Into the Flames 2 devlog of my current builds. I have a lot to go over today, a lot to talk about. For starters, Into Flames 1 just had a big update today. Winter's finally gone. I'm still working on the Tiller DLC and I plan to have it out by the end of July. So, Into the Flames 2. I've been working on a lot. It is built from the scratch practically. All new trucks, features, mechanics, a story mode, all kinds of stuff I'd like to talk about today. So for starters, we'll just go over the truck, the character model and stuff. And just a disclaimer, this is pre-alpha, pre-alpha really. And everything, textures, models, effects, sounds, which you won't hear today, are subject to change. So I added a couple more details to the character. The character model may be changing as well. I added a box light, texture's not on it yet. A little radio. And then we have some Boston themed gear, as that is the theme going into the new game. Walk around the trucks, they're fully interactable this time. It's not fully set up yet, but all the doors open and close. There'll be animations for getting in and out. Opening all the doors. All the compartments open. Trays come out. And the compartments are semi-fully customizable. What I mean by that is the same type of tool has to go back in the tool slot, but you can switch tools around. So we can take our axe here. Grab our bundle. We can put our bundle over here. We can put our axe over here. There's going to be lots of customability with it. New tool, unlockable tools and stuff. Brand new tools come to the game. Like I said, you can switch everything around that you want to. Brand new interaction system. No more menus. I'm trying to get rid of as many menus as possible. First person view is a lot more in depth this time with animations and stuff. Everything's going to be made so it works great in both. So now you can kind of see your tool. It doesn't swing around anymore when you run. The current run animation does look a little silly, but it'll be updated. So there's a little bit of movement. Lots of new UI stuff. Hose lines, we'll get into that in a second as we get into fire suppression. I don't know if I have a fire hydrant. I think I moved it all the way over there. But this time when you hook up hoses and stuff, you actually have limited hoses on your truck. But if you see it, you can grab it for the most part. Cooked air packs. Now, the base game is coming with 4 trucks. The reason that there is significantly less in the first game is there's a lot more going into the trucks, a lot more interactions and customizability. As the game progresses, there will be expansion packs once it's finished, which will introduce a new group of trucks with the same amount of customization and interactability and stuff. Each expansion will be themed, so the base game is going to be themed by Boston, and then as we go on, we'll have Chicago, New York, right, LA, a rural volunteer DLC, and stuff like that. I'm not even really, besides the themes, even thinking about how they're going to be done yet. Like 100% of the focus is on the main game and to make this as best and fleshed out as possible. So, some other cool things that I want to show you. So, for instance, I said everything works great in first person now. So, I'm adding helpful UI to pretty much everything. This is just placeholder UI, but a lot of things are a lot more interactable. You can actually manually raise it, flip it, and stow it again. And you can set it. You can get on the roof. Some other cool things. So I guess we'll get into a little bit, show off some little bit of fire tech. So there's actually couplings now. Smooth bump bump to the pump. So we'll go ahead and we'll stretch this out. Now this mechanic's still going to be fleshed out a lot more. Another good thing is like the hose actually is a lot better with like tracing back now. I'm still adjusting it. So I get it to like a pretty good feeling, but there will be hose lengths at some point. You'll have to actually flake out your line, so you would come probably about like right here, wherever. And when you deploy it, it'll flake it out in front of you. There's full mask up animations now. I'll do it twice, third person and in first person. So this does use Unreal Engine 5, so lighting and everything's a lot more pretty. Forgot to turn off the red debug. Every structure that's made out of wood anyway, I'll be able to be fully destructible this time. Every single one, down to the frames, burn, gets destroyed. There will be brick buildings and stuff like that. I believe I'm gonna have like a sledgehammer stuff too to go through brick. There's gonna be a stamina system. In the bottom left, as you can see, the new UI for your HUD. You can see that there's a little orange gauge. There's also gonna be stamina as well at some point, but the orange is temperature. So, about this. As rooms heat up, your character actually won't take damage anymore when he's directly in the fire until he reaches a certain temperature, like real life. After that, your character will start getting burned. With the nozzle, something very cool. These rooms might be too far gone now. If I hurry up, open this door, and we'll talk about the doors too. Trying to get the room to heat up enough so I can actually show you some of the cool new stuff. While we're waiting for it to heat up, or I think just the couch is on fire right now. So the doors and stuff, like I said, everything is a little bit more interactable this time. So you can either break it. If you have a bar, it'll say force. Obviously not on this side of the door. You'll see like unlock the door, and it'll open. Electric panels, breaker boxes, and gas meters are randomly generated throughout the structure. So each time you come here, it'll be different. And I'm also gonna have other things randomly generated too. Things like trash cans on fire inside the building, fire alarm panels, sprinklers, fire smoke detectors, all kinds of stuff. I think the fire is mostly running the attic right now. I have it set as a really slow spread. So, and it'll be fully customizable just like the first game, so you can choose how fast you want it to spread. But what I wanted to show off, I don't know if we're gonna get to see that in this one, but as rooms heat up, you can actually use the nozzle and spray the walls, floor, anything, and it actually will cool down the room. So the fire hit different stages. It starts out at incipient. Let me grab a hook. We'll see what's going on above us. And then it hits growth and then fully develop. And then it actually, the way it spreads now is it's not like before where like you would randomly have a room just light off without any warning. There's actually smoke levels that change. You'll see the fire start, so it starts off as like a small fire, then it gets a little bit bigger, and then you'll actually see it roll over the ceiling. Because we got 3 fires still. So that's another thing. Show off the top left UI. So every emergency is going to have goals. You can accomplish them however you want. It's still sandbox as it always has. Like, we can walk around, we can look for this gas meter. So we found it on the Charlie side. So as you can see, the gas secured. We already know where the electric panel is. We found that, so we can secure that. And these will play a significant role later on when I add like gas-fed fires and stuff. Look at this line. Put out the couch. Anything else on fire in this room? Probably have something on fire in the attic, I'm assuming. Yeah, we have a little attic fire going. It'll look a little finicky. We have enough holes through here. I don't know if we're hitting it or not. But I do know one way we can hit it. Alright. So I do have like a placeholder fan for now. Remove the smoke. There'll be notifications. It's a new notification system. There'll be all kinds of stuff, emails and logistics, and I can kind of show you guys. So you can hook the ceilings. Everything would be fully breakable. I don't know if I kept the walls being breakable, even if I remember I put my axe. I don't remember if I added those back yet. No. But yeah, so everything's gonna be a lot more in depth. Pumping and stuff, no more like crazy UI. Like, you just walk up, you'll be in either first person or third person. You'll easily be able to just select, you'll see what the buttons do, and everything just go with it. No more menus taking you out of the game, or as little as possible. I do have hotkeys, like M is to mask up, and then like F would be a flashlight, but there'll also be like a little menu for that though, especially for console and stuff, to where like you'll press, let's say you press M for whatever, the menu, just an example, it'll pop up with like 4 options: mask up, turn your flashlight on, drop your tool and stuff, so we can kind of condense it certain areas. Driving mechanics have been completely redone. Trucks are fully interactable inside with buttons. You have to put in pump gear, parking brakes, all kinds of buttons and stuff. Maintenance will play a role in that as well. There's going to be truck checkouts. Tool maintenance. The storyline starts as a recruit. You'll actually be at this academy when it's done. And you'll work your way through recruit. Maybe even start with the CPAT, a miniature civil service test and stuff. And then you have your rookie year at the fire department. And then as you promote, you unlock new things. So there's still going to be the sandbox mode that everybody knows and loves. And you'll have everything unlocked from the get-go. It depends on how you want to play. There's going to be training, stats. So the more proficient you're at something, the faster you can do it, like popping doors or putting out fires and stuff. Just across the board, completely revamping everything. But I think that's about it for today. I will show the house being fully involved. speed up this process a bit. The fire start. So there will be a fire effects when this happens, so it can actually pick random furniture to start on, and it's going to pick something realistic for that to happen. So I may put like a spawn like a cigarette butt or like um, an outlet near it where the cabinets actually catch on fire. Yeah. Speed it up even more. On fire. Mage has a claws at that time. Oh, you know what? That's my fault because I have it shut off in the thing. All right, go purpose plates. All right, so now we can see it in action. That was my fault. We'll go back to this. All right. So as you can see, the roller may not be programmed for this one, but as the room heats up, oh, right, there we go. The room flashed. Basically, the fire that rolls over this happened before all this flashes. I don't have the small hallway fires programmed to do that yet. Um, once it flashes, it'll start actually deteriorating the walls and the structural stability. And then as it breaks through, wherever it breaks through, that's where the next fire starts. So you can see the smoke levels in this room changing. You actually see the fire roll over in this room once it gets to that point. So you can see the fire starting to roll over now. This is your indication that the room's extremely hot. If I can make it back in time, I can actually show you me actually cooling the room down or not. Anyway, that's what I got for today, guys. As you can see, still super early. Lots of things to fix and work on and improve. So, but the gas meter's here now. Didn't tell you where electric panel went. It could be anywhere inside. So, anyway, thank you guys. Subscribe to Patreon if you want to help support development. We have merch now on teespring.com. It'll be linked down below. And any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Thank you.